Welcome back to my channel if you're new here. My name is Jordan, and as you can probably tell from the title, for today's video, I thought I would do a how many pages I read in a week. I wouldn't say I'm particularly a fast reader, but I do read a lot, so that definitely makes up for it. I average around 2 to 3 books a week, 8 to 10 books a month. Reading is essentially all I do in my free time, and I've done this once before last year. I think I just made a TikTok about how many pages I read in a week, but I thought it would be fun to do it again, and I thought it would be fun to vlog my experience. And we're gonna see how much reading I get done in an average week for me. It is Sunday, April 6th, and I actually haven't read any pages today, which is crazy, but I've had such a crazy and long day, and I think I finally have some time tonight to just settle and read. I just finished Wild Eyes by Elsie Silver last night, so I officially can start a new book. And I don't really know what I'm in the mood for. I am a crazy, crazy mood reader. So I thought I was in the mood for one book last night when I finished Wild Eyes, and I'm just not anymore. So I'm kind of in between two books right now. I either want to start The Conditions of Will by Jessa Hastings. This is her new book that just came out at the beginning of this month, and I am having major FOMO when it comes to this book because everybody is reading it right now, and I've heard such incredible things about it, so I really, really, really want to read it. I just emotionally don't know if I'm quite ready for it. So it's either between this one or maybe a dark romance, just something kind of mindless and silly. So we'll see. I don't really know what I'm gonna do. I don't know. This happens every time I finish a book, so who knows? I could, in the next clip, I could be saying I'm starting a completely different book. I don't know. Good morning. Hello. So it has actually been 2 days since I've talked to you guys. So I started filming, I think, on Sunday, and it's now Tuesday. So I have 2 days worth of pages to update you guys on. So let's see. I wrote it down so I wouldn't forget. Okay, so on Sunday I only read 50 pages. I think I remember telling you guys it was in the evening when I had finally had a chance to sit down and read. And then my parents had gotten home, so I had talked to them a bit. I think I only read for 45 minutes to an hour, so that's why I only read 50 pages. But it was enough to get me hooked into Wildside because I really wanted to know what was going to happen between the two main characters, Reese and Tabby, because their situation was very unique, and we knew some things that were gonna happen because of the previous book, Wild Eyes, but we didn't know why or how. So I was actually really interested in this plot to see what would happen. And then yesterday, which was Monday, let's see, how many pages did I read? Oh, I didn't even calculate it yet. That is so embarrassing. So yesterday I read 392 pages. Wow. Oh my gosh, I read so many pages yesterday. So I kind of knew that. So yesterday I decided I just wanted to finish Wildside because yes, I was enjoying it, but I think I was just ready to finish it so I can move on to my next read. And I think I rated this one 3.75 stars because I liked it better than Wild Eyes. But there were still a few parts that were goofy to me overall, but I really liked the quotes and the dialogue in this one. I don't know, I liked the storyline in this one better. So yeah, so I finished Wildside last night and then I went straight to bed. And so that means today I can start The Conditions of Will by Jessa Hastings. I am so freaking excited to read this book. You guys have no idea. One of my really lovely friends, Ava, just finished this book yesterday, and she said it's one of her new 6-star reads. And I feel like all over TikTok I've been people just raving about this book, and I feel like I'm gonna love it because, well, A, because everyone that I see online is loving it, but also because it's Jessa Hastings and her writing is just incredible, and I feel like she can do no wrong. So I'm really excited to start reading this one. I am gonna try to keep true to this video and not give too many of my thoughts and really just stick to how many pages I read a day, because I'm actually gonna film another video where I read April's new releases, and this is one of them because this came out on April 1st. So I think that video is where I'm really gonna share my thoughts and my feelings and everything. But for this one, I definitely will share a little bit, but mostly I'll just kind of keep true to sharing the amount of pages that I read. So yeah, I feel like this day could go either way. It's either gonna be just I start reading this and I literally don't put it down, or I maybe only read 100, 150 pages. So we're gonna see how this goes. Either way, I'm really excited to start this book, and I will keep you guys updated. So it is Wednesday, April 9th. So it is now day 4 of how many pages I read in a day. So we're almost there. We're like halfway done. Yesterday I ended up reading 195 pages, and that was all from this book right here, The Conditions of Will. I am enjoying this book so much. I have about 240 pages left, and my goal is to finish the book today. I'm hypothesizing that that will be the amount of pages that I read today, give or take. So yeah, that's kind of my plan, is honestly just to binge read this book today. I don't really want to do much else. I don't have to work today, so that is my plan. I will say, so I feel like there's 2 reasons why I binge books, and it's either because I just want to be done with it and get on with my next read, but then the other reason I binge books is because I get so invested in the world and in the characters that I just want to know what happens next, and I don't want to put it down. And that is exactly what is happening with this book. I am just so invested, and I am just loving our main character Georgia so much that I just want to keep reading. And so why would I deny myself of that? So that is what I'm gonna do. I will do a really quick explanation of this book though, because I realized that I didn't, and I really do want to talk about this book because it is so good. This is essentially about Georgia. She has to go back home to South Carolina for a week for her dad's funeral, and she comes from a very toxic Southern family. So this book is essentially just her navigating that dynamic when she has to go back home for a week. And she hasn't been home in years. Like, she does not get along with her family. She doesn't want to be there. But she meets her brother's AA sponsor. His name is Sam. And her and Sam just instantly hit it off. Like, they feel like they've known each other even though they've just met. Jessa Hastings has done a really incredible job of writing about it because it doesn't feel insta-lovey at all. Like, it doesn't feel like this like instant attraction where they just want to like jump each other's bones, and it just feels very fabricated and fake. Like, there's just not 1 ounce of that at all. There is incredible banter, and there are heartfelt moments, and it just feels so real and natural, I feel like is the best word to use. I've been annotating it so much because I just cannot get enough of these quotes and of the dialogue. So yeah, I will keep you guys updated. I don't know if I'll update you guys later or tomorrow. I haven't decided yet, but either way, I will talk to you guys later. Bye. Hello. So it is the next day since I've last updated you guys, and I ended up finishing The Conditions of Will like I thought I would. So I just want to give you guys a quick update. I read 261 pages yesterday, which is, I think, the second most amount of pages I've read. Is that English? Did that make sense? I hope that made sense. But yeah, so I read a lot of pages yesterday as I anticipated because I really wanted to finish the book. So I did. I haven't read much today yet because I ended up reorganizing my bookshelves, oh my gosh, which I'm obsessed with now. And then I hung out with my family this morning. I might watch a movie right now. So yeah, I just haven't read much today. I did start Deep End by Ali Hazelwood because I've had this basically since it got released. I saw so many negative reviews about it, or maybe like so many like 50-50 reviews on it. So I never picked it up right away, but I decided, I was like, you know what? I'm either gonna read this right now or I'm never gonna pick it up. So I was like, you know, I really want to read this. I was kind of looking for like a summer, springish ebook because it is getting very hot here. I don't know, I feel like this will fit the bill. It's about two people who are on the Stanford Aquatics team. Our main character is Scarlett and she is a diver. And then our male main character is Lucas and he's a swimmer. I've heard a lot of mixed things about how they meet and how they know each other because I'm pretty sure one of Scarlett's friends on the diving team, Penny, is Lucas's ex-girlfriend and wants them to get together because they have the same sexual preferences. And a lot of people were thrown off by that, but I think because I knew that going into it, I'm more prepared for it. I don't know, let me get further before I give more thoughts, but so far I'm not super upset about what's happening. I've read like 30 pages and then I did try reading Everything I Know About Love, the memoir by Dolly Alderton, but I don't think I'm gonna read it because I don't think it has any advice that it can properly give me. I saw someone say that it's for entertainment, not for advice. And I'm not really a memoir person to begin with, but I feel like if I'm gonna read one, if I'm gonna read a nonfiction book, I want it to be very insightful. I want it to have good life advice that I can follow. I feel like if I'm looking for a book to read for entertainment, I can just read a fantasy or romance. So yeah, I don't think I'm gonna pick it up. I don't struggle with like going out and drinking and partying and like having bad taste in men, or I don't know, I just feel like I don't really struggle with any of those things that I think she is writing about. I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong if you've read it and if you recommend it, but I just don't think it's necessarily for me. I'm very much an introvert, a homebody, very secure in myself for the most part, you know. I'm still a 22-year-old girl, obviously, you know, I have my insecurities as most people do. I'm getting off topic, but you know what I mean. Anyways, I don't think I'm gonna read that book. I read about like 20 pages of it though. I don't think I'm gonna include it in my like how many pages I read because I don't remember the exact number, and at the end of the day, like, it's 20 pages, it's not that big of a deal. But yeah, I'll keep you guys updated. I honestly don't know how much of this I'm gonna get read, but I am invested and I do want to keep reading it, so yeah, we will see. Hello. So it is now Friday, which means tomorrow is the last day of my vlog. And I have been so bad about vlogging and updating you guys, but in my defense, I worked today. That's it, that's my only defense. So yeah, yesterday I had updated you guys that I started Deep End by Ali Hazelwood, and I got to page 81 yesterday. So that means yesterday I read 81 pages, which I think is my lowest or second lowest amount read. Oh, it's my second lowest because day one I only read 50 pages. So yeah, this is my second lowest day, but honestly that checks out because I did other, I didn't like prioritize reading yesterday because since I had binged The Conditions of Will in like 2 days and I'd read so much, I wasn't feeling like the overwhelming need to like read a lot because I had just read a lot the day prior. Anyways, so yeah, I wasn't too worried about it, and I started My Lady Jane, the TV show. Oh my gosh, it is so good. And I only watched episode 1 and then I saw that they're not making a season 2. Oh, that sucks so much. But I'm still gonna watch it probably. So today, is today Friday? I feel like it is. No, it definitely is. Okay. So yeah, I'm still reading Deep End and I'm on page 144. So I've read like 80 pages today so far, and I anticipate probably getting to like at least page 200 tonight. I don't know. I'm absolutely binging this book. It is so easy to read and I feel like I'm just flying through the pages, and I definitely have like a couple hours to read tonight. So yeah, I should get a good chunk in. My goal is to finish this by tomorrow so I can give you guys my final thoughts, because I am actually really enjoying this book. And I'm surprised that I am, I guess. Maybe I just had low expectations, but I'm enjoying it. It's it's kind of hot. Like, it's not spicy so far yet. It is definitely hot. Like, there is tension, but I'm enjoying it. I really like Lucas, the main character, and I like Scarlett enough. Like, she's not like the best FMC I've ever read, but I like her. Yeah, I mean, it's I think, yes, how they met and how they know each other is like not ideal. I can't remember if I talked about it yesterday, but they kind of get told that they should sleep together because they have similar like sexual preferences, and the person who tells them to sleep together is Lucas's, the MMC, Lucas's ex-girlfriend and Scarlett's friend, Penny, or Penelope? Pen. So that is a little like out of the ordinary, but it's not that bad. Like, I was expecting so much worse based off of the reviews that I was hearing. So yeah, I don't know. I'm enjoying it. Like, I genuinely am interested and I want to keep reading. I think this is Allie Hazelwood's like first sports romance, but what's just funny is that she's still throwing in her like quintessential like STEM romance vibes in here as well. Also, I love the Olive and, oh my god, what's his name? Adam, the Adam and Olive cameo. Love that. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know. If you've read this book, let me know what you thought of it. But I'm enjoying it. Am I the problem? But yeah, okay, I'm gonna go now. I'm gonna eat some dinner and then I'm gonna keep reading. So it has been about probably 20 seconds for you guys since we last spoke. For me, it's been a few days. Finally have time to hang out, talk to you guys, because I just have been busy working, all that fun stuff. But yeah, so finally I need to update you guys on my last 2 days of this week, Friday and Saturday, where, oh, I forgot to grab it, where I read and then finished Deep End by Allie Hazelwood. I'm actually really excited to talk about this book because I thoroughly enjoyed it. In fact, it's almost put me in a slump because I'm having trouble picking up something or like sticking to my next read. I ate this book up. I really, really liked it. I do think you need to overlook a few things with like her and Penny and how often Pen is brought up between Scarlett, the main character, and Lucas. But honestly, when you just keep in mind that they're in college and that they're super young, I don't know, it made it a little bit easier to digest, and I loved her and Lucas's relationship. He was so down bad, and I love a down bad man. I really do. I just had to come on here and say that I must be one of the very few that really, really enjoyed this book. I rated it 4 stars. Maybe I'll move it up a little bit higher. I don't know. I love Allie Hazelwood's writing. Before the book ended, I was like, oh, this is kind of sad. I would honestly read like another book about different characters in this world because I was entertained and I was enjoying it. I also just love myself a good sports romance, so I could be partial to that. But let's talk about how many pages I read because that's why you guys are actually here. So on Friday, I read 164 pages. So that put me at about a little over 50% of the way done. And then on Saturday, which is the last day of this vlog, I read 197 pages, which put me at the end of this book. But yeah, that put me at a total of 1,341 pages for the week. I honestly don't know if that's a lot or little. I don't really know what to base it off on. I mean, I guess, well, compared to my non-reader friends, I know it's a lot, but I don't know, like compared to my friends who read, I don't know if that is normal. I'm not a fast reader, but I do read a lot, so I think that makes up for it. Thank you guys so much for sticking around this vlog if you did. It was honestly really fun to track how many pages I read in a day, because like I know that I'm a feral reader and that I read a lot, but now I have documentation of it. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in next week's video. Bye.